group of 13 members of Congress have sent out a letter to the mayor of Washington, D.C. and the City Council asking them to rename the street in front of the Chinese embassy here in Washington after a Chinese dissident, a Nobel Peace Prize winner Liu Xiaobo. He is now in jail in China. There is a group in Washington that encourages policymakers to rename streets in front of embassies of states that the U.S. wants to snub after dissidents in those countries, so that every time somebody sends or receives a letter from that embassy, they would be reminded of that person. So some lawmakers here got really excited about this idea with regard to the Chinese embassy and wrote this letter. The letter says the timing is auspicious. It says this modest effort would undoubtedly give hope to the Chinese people who continue to yearn for basic human rights and representative democracy. Well, whether the timing is really that favorable considering the strained U.S.-Chinese relations, I asked the U.S. State Department. They said they know nothing about the letter. Congress wants to name the street in front of the Chinese embassy after jailed Nobel Prize winner and dissident Liu
The embassy
Xiaobo.
Here in Washington.
Right, here in Are you at all worried
Clearly I'm not aware
that
of that.
China might not like it?
I'm happy to check. I hadn't been aware of that.
But the Chinese called the idea disrespectful and provocative. Most recently, the U.S. Justice Department charged 5 Chinese military officers for hacking into the computers of 6 U.S. corporations. It's clear that these officers will never actually be prosecuted. It is largely seen as a symbolic gesture. And the idea to rename the street after a Chinese dissident too is seen as a symbolic pinch. In Washington, I'm Ganesh Chekyan, RT.